like puzzle 25, this one has some internal islands. But there is a difference between puzzle 25 and puzzle 13. And this difference is about those two cells. Why? Because those two cells, as you can clearly see, can't be recoiled vertically. If you look at them vertically, you just can't recoil those. And the same applies for the other one as well. So this means that this move must be a recoil doing that, and this move must be a recoil doing that. Now this is very relevant though, because first of all it means that I can't go up and I must take all of those cells. But secondly, and this is very important in that matter, it means that to recoil from this, it means that when I make this move, I must have already recoiled those 3 cells before. And the same applies for the other one. To make this move and recoil here, that is forced to be, I must make those 3 recoils before. Now, this is a very relevant step. Why? Because just for this reason, we must understand some very relevant parts of the logic. I'll try to explain what I mean with that. Like, imagine that somehow I'm just writing and connecting stuff all together. Like, imagine that you go through here. Then somehow you want to go through this side, and then you want to go up, and then you want to go here. And then you somehow want to go through here, through this gap, and then connect something to allow those things to be recoiled. And I mean, again, somehow you want to do that and recoil. And then you go down, and then you go down here, and then you go down here, and then you go down here. This thing is the only thing that you can do to allow all of this stuff to work. Like, you must go through these little gaps in the middle, in the middle part, bottom part, in the middle, and you must do something in the upper side, and you must reach any of those. Why you must reach any of those? Because of what you have outside. Like, all the things that you have outside must be reached somehow, and at the same time you must reach all the things that you have inside. But this just means that you need to do stuff like this, and this is already hard to do. Why I'm saying that it's already hard to do? Because to recoil the right things here, you still have to recoil all of the things together that you are trying to recoil in different moments, I mean. And so, to allow everything that you want to do here, I mean, there are ways to recoil vertically in those little segments, but to try and do that, now you are getting stuck here. Why I'm saying you're getting stuck here? Because of a specific thing that we didn't consider yet. And that thing that we didn't consider yet is that even if I want to do that, I must, and I mean I must, do that in this specific order. So I go down, I go there, I go up, I return it, I take this, and then I return and take this one as my last move at this point. The problem is that we must appreciate that those 2 cells can't both be the end of the puzzle and can't be recoiled vertically. So those 2 cells must be horizontal recoils, or one of those 2 must be the end. But if one of those 2 is the end, the other one is a recoil. And if both are recoils, the puzzle breaks. Why I'm saying the puzzle breaks? Because if you want those 2 to be recoils, okay, in theory, it doesn't break, because you could, I don't know, like, for example, you could do that and recoil those, and then somehow you go up, and then you continue here and recoil the other stuff, okay? Because suddenly you have stuff that you have here. But this is still a problem. Why I'm saying this is still a problem? Because you can't, okay, I can clearly do that and recoil this cell. But to recoil the other one, if I don't want it to end there, I still must do something like this. I must return. I must like wiggle around. And now this means that in any case, I'm stopping in the bottom row of the puzzle. The fact that I must end in the bottom row of the puzzle means that what I had before, that is like this, means that I can't end at the bottom of this. So you just can't make something that has the end not in the bottom row. And this means that I can't go down, because going down, all the things that I was saying are forced. So I must go up. That's pretty certain. And not only that, but this also means that I must do all the other things around. I can recoil a lot of other things around, because my ending is at the bottom. And because my ending is at the bottom, I know for sure that I must reach something down there. But now I have another problem. And the other problem is, can I ever finish my puzzle at the left side? And my answer is absolutely not. Why? Because again, if I try to just wiggle around here, okay? I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to go through there. Now, clearly, I can't go down through here, because I have then no way to touch this. So somehow, I must take this path. Now that I take this path, the only way to end at the left is to make all of those moves, and then somehow return. But there are problems to do that, because to do that, you are just closing the gap that you have here. So you can't, at this point, just return and then there somehow. This is, again, just not working. That's clearly not working. And this means that you must finish the puzzle in this side of the grid. Like literally in this side of the grid. And now there is a problem though, because now that I know that I must end in this side of the grid, there are not many places in which you can end the puzzle. First of all, this means that I must continue down, and so this means that I must make 2 moves going up here. Okay? And if I go here, I take 1, 2, and 3 moves here. That is absolutely working, because I have this, but this means that I must take this move. In other words, if I don't want to do that, and I want to go this way, it's still very hard to do other stuff from this side. Like, try to just go through here, okay, for example. If you just want to enter through here, you must go up here and then go here, for example, and then you have not enough space here unless you continue this way. But if you continue this way, you must reach this side of the puzzle at least. And still, now you can't make this move, and so you must make this move, and this move as well, and so on and so on and so on. But the fact is that every time you reach this, now to finish and solve this one as your last move, one of those moves must be recoiled somehow from this side or from the other side at the other end, okay? And this whole thing means that just to make this work, I must continue here and then do something, or even do that and then do something. And of course, every time I do that, I must recoil the other stuff and go on and go on and go on. But all of this means that in this world, for example, I must end in this specific part of the puzzle, okay? Because I can't do that in other ways. And if I don't use this, but I want to use the other part of it, and so I close everything here, this means that I'm still ending in this part of the puzzle. I'm still ending here, in this specific region. And not only that, but I'm ending exactly here But because I'm ending here, I must be careful about this cell, for example, okay? For, wait. Oh, come on. Okay, sorry. That's me just being dumb with the controls of this. Sorry. We don't know about this yet, of course. So I'm ending in this area somehow. Now, my question is, if I don't end here, I can't do that because this one will never get like its recoil. And this would mean that I must end here, for example. So I could make this, and now I can't recoil this cell, for example. But every time I take one step forward here to complete my recoils, I have some problems with what I have here. Why I'm saying that? Because now at this point, for example, you take all of these, and now those will never be recoiled as well. And the same applies. Do we know it goes up from the start? Yes. Yeah. In other words, every time you try to do all of those moves, and this is the last one, and clearly you're not recoiling this, the problem is that to reach those cells and steal this one, if you try to end to the left and make some moves to the left, you are creating this usual type of situations in which you have like you know already this kind of stuff that when you do that, or you do something like this to recoil, or you make 2 moves here and then you must need 4 moves here, and so on and so on and so on, because every time it grows a lot. Okay, so for example, you go here and then here you need 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, but every time you take some of those 2 cells, at least one of those 2, that can't be recoiled. All of this means that our end can't be in any of those cells, and because it's not in any of those cells, it must be here. So this one must be the end of the puzzle, and you must reach this. But at this point that you know that you must do that, now the big question is, what happens to this cell? How can this cell be recoiled before? You must make a move horizontally somehow that recoils this cell. Now, if you don't want to use this one, and so this one takes as well things this way, now this means that you must do that somehow, and you must continue this way, and now you must continue. But at this point, this one will never be recoiled, so all of this just doesn't work. In other words, this one to be recoiled, you need to move this way. And now, because you need to do that, this one connects. And now I can't continue here, I can't go up, so I must continue down, and the end is done. And the end is completely done now. The fact that the end is known means another very relevant point, though, to the puzzle. Because now not only we know that we end in the last row, but we know also that we are ending at the last step there in the last place. Now, this means give me just a second. Okay, yeah. Okay, what I wanted to say is that now that I know that the end is there, I know that I'm not going here and then somehow I'm returning in some fancy ways. Okay, and the same applies for every part of the puzzle. I mean, I already showed that you can't go down and reach and then continue, and the same applies at any one of those steps. You can't do that and then somehow return and try to continue, because if you do that, you are never reaching like the ending of the puzzle. There is just no way to reach that. But this means that you are going through here only once in your path, and this is a problem for those cells. Why I'm saying that this is a problem for those cells? Because now, if you are reaching here this part of the grid, like you do that or you do anything else, you must remember that for time, and this is just a time reason that you're not returning and going there afterwards, this means that those two moves, like those two cells, must be recoiled, and they must be recoiled when you reach the ending, because here, in this part of the puzzle, we are at the end of the puzzle. We are near the end of the puzzle, because from this side, we are just connecting there. I don't know where, but they are connecting. Because they are connecting, this means that those two cells and those two cells, because it happens for both, must be moves going upwards. And now, though, I know that I can't go through through here, so I must go here, so I must go down here. Because I must go down again, and now I must connect here. This connects this way, and this connects this way. Now, though, this means some very relevant things. For example, wait a second. Yeah. The Cogito, how are you? How are we feeling the top of the middle columns in times? Yeah, it's clearly true that we must make some moves here going upwards. It's absolutely forced, because we have too many of those things going upwards. It's absolutely forced in that terms. I was simply following my screens on this, and I filled the top half only after I completely filled the bottom here. Like, I completely filled the bottom, and then I filled the upward moves here. So I was just following that thing. Because you. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about this. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I have here is I was trying to say the best, like the best step that I had here, because I had something cool here, and I'm just about to trying to remember, because oh yeah, yeah, I know, I remember now what I did. Okay, yeah, all of those cells were not recoiled, were not cells, were not path cells. So yeah, okay. And now you have the problem that you must make a lot of moves that are exactly forced to be to use those things, because those things must be recoiled somehow, okay? And because you must recoil those cells somehow, there are problems in what we are trying to do here. Why I'm saying that there are problems? Because we have a lot of moves that go to the right, but rows above the start and middle column can get filled horizontally. This one even, yeah, I agree. Yeah, this one must be recoiled this way, yeah. That's clearly true. And I mean, okay, let me continue with what Decocito was saying. This cell can't be recoiled before this move if you don't recoil that with a move that goes upwards here. But if you go upwards one, at a certain point you must go the other way around at the same way, and if you do that, you recoil here, and now you can't continue. So this whole thing means that you must take this route, and now you must go down and take this one. This is entirely forced to go like that, because at a certain point you must make one of those moves, and you can't make this way. So you must make, and you're forced to do so. You must take this move. At least this one is forced to force this one, at least. But the same applies for this. Like you must make this move or this move or this move to take this one, even if you don't know exactly which one of those is the one that you are using. But you are pretty much forced to look at that and force one of them. But this means that all of those cells are just reached just enough for this, and now you are recoiling these moves from here, and those two moves must be recoiled downwards because you don't have the weight to recoil them vertically. You don't have enough space to do so. So this whole thing means that you must need two moves going downwards here to recoil this one and this one. And now this move goes this way and this move goes the other way around, and so this one connects. Now, yeah, and now I had what I wanted. If now I want to continue this way, that was my step. If I go this way, now here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 moves at least. Now those 5 moves, if I count, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 moves. So I take exactly those two. Why I'm talking about that? Because I must be careful about how do I recoil down here. Because if I don't go exactly there, then if I don't recoil them exactly at the bottom in this kind of situation, and then I do like the same here, like if I try to do that and then I try to do this, I break everything because those things are just not connecting enough, because I don't have enough recoils horizontally to do all of these. I don't have enough spaces, I mean. But at the same time, this means that if I want to do that, I need some space. And so my question is, how do I even recoil this one? Because okay, I could use one of them. I don't know, like I do that. I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves at least. And if you use 1, 2, 3, then those moves are causing problems. Okay, I can do one of them, of course, taking this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, for example. Or I don't know, maybe you want 4 and 5, for example. But in any case, this move now at this point must be made with 2 moves going upwards, for example, because I must take this one before the other. And still, I have problems if I do something like this. Why? Because every time I try to every time I try to not recoil vertically those things at the start, I mean, like I want to do stuff like, I don't know, like this, for example, then those two are used by these moves, and the others must be used by all the others. And if I count, I still need one more, so this one must continue this way. And every time I continue this way now, I still have problems, because now I continue again and again, and now I have more problems here. So like I have an odd amount of cells in the terms that I still have one cell that is not being recoiled in any of those situations. Like in literally any of those situations, one of the cells will not be recoiled. because you must recoil those two via vertical moves somehow. And when you do that and you force this, or you continue, or you are just stuck. But to continue, now you must continue too much, and then you have not enough space horizontally to finish recoiling this. So in other words, you can't go through here, and you must go through the upper side. When you go to the upper side now, at this point, there was, I think, another point, that is this one. If I connect this way, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. But if I count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now I can't ever reach this part of the puzzle, but I must reach this to do those recoils. So in other words, now I can't connect this way, and I must go down here, and I must go up here. Now I can't go up again, so I must continue this way. This is just forced. And what is the Cogito saying? The cell above the black X, 2 though, right? You have at least 2 upward paths for every center column. Yeah. But I don't know how many of those cells are being recoiled here, and I don't want to count because it's not necessary. That's why I was I was using the bottom, because the bottom is a lot more restricted because of what you have here, or at least none are filled from the left. What? Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Those must be filled vertically. Yeah, that's a good point. So you can't fill them this way. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't use that, but this is a good point. Yeah, I agree. What I used was a different thing. The thing was that I know that this one is clearly using this one and this one, and now I have this cell that must be filled before I reach, and it can't be this. And so I need something that fills this from above. And I don't have many ways to fill this from above, because this one must be filled from above, and it's very hard to fill it from above. Because if I try to count here, only 2 of them can be filled horizontally, like you do even when this doesn't work, but like you can in theory do yeah, there is a way to recoil this, but yeah, probably doing wait a second. Even this doesn't work. Wait, 1, 2, and 3. I must recoil this one and this one as well. 1, 2, and 3 above. And to finish recoiling these, I must wait. I'm following my. Oh yeah, right. So yeah, that was what I had. That I must recoil this one vertically, but to recoil this one vertically, because I have 3 steps vertically, I must recoil this one, and one other of those. But now that I have to recoil one other of those, and I can't do this move, of course, because this one is not working, this means that I must recoil one of them, and that one must be this one. But when I do this, and recoil this cell this way, at this point I must still recoil this one somehow horizontally, and the only way to recoil this one horizontally, well, I don't have many options, because like the only thing that works is to continue this way and then somehow reach something that goes to the right. So I must connect here, then I go up, and then I must find a way to return here, and then going down to recoil the last cell that I missed. And now I could in theory go up, yeah, but this means that I must take this path. And now that I'm here, I must take exactly 3 moves to recoil this one, and this one. That's what I had, at least, for the path. As I said, I'm solving it with my path, but this is what I had here. The left center column has 2 recoils from above. The left center column, this one, you mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, now you need one more, so you need this move. That's true, yeah. I agree. And now still, you must make some moves here. And I mean, you need 1, 2, because you can't make a move here. And you need now or 3 and 4 or something similar. But if you make 4 moves, you mean you do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can't reach this. So you need 3, exactly 3, and you need this one, and this one here. And so you must make this move as well. But this move means that I can't make this move as well, so I must go down and take this cell. And so I must go here, and then I must go take this one as well. And now I must just connect those things. And now I must go 1, 2, and 3. And now this move does this, if I'm not wrong. No, these moves, sorry, do that one and this one. So this move takes the last one here. So here I'm forced to go down. Right, yeah, I'm forced to go down. Now I'm forced to go here. Now I'm forced to go twice down to take 1 and 2 moves. And still 1 and 2 are not placed. Oh, yeah, because of this. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I must take this one for those 2. Yeah, not both. Yeah, true. And then, but now I must recoil this cell, and the only way to recoil this cell is to go here. And now that I'm here, I could continue, of course, or I could just go straight here. But I have a problem, because if I don't continue, now here I still need 1 more, not 2 more. So one of them is here, and the other one, where it is the other one? I'm sorry, yeah, where is the other one? The other one must be exactly this one taken this way. So I must go up, and now I must go here, and now I must go here. I must go here, and I must connect. Now here I'm forced to go up, and now I'm forced to go up again. And now yeah, and now, because I have 1 and 2 to be recoiled, those 2 must be made by those 2 moves being downwards, this one and this one, that take this one and this one, and this one and this one, respectively. And because this is true, this means that 1, 2, and 3 moves must be taken horizontally, but this one must be taken as well horizontally, because I can't take it vertically, and so I have 4 moves that must be taken horizontally. And they must be taken before I make this. And so the only way to do that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I must make all of those moves going this way. Now this goes down, and now this one goes this way, and downwards again. And so I do that. Now that I am here, oh, clearly the other one is taken here, and now those are 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves, and I must take exactly 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves. So this one must be taken by a move that goes downwards here, and so this move is forced to be like that, and so I must take this one, and this one is taken this way, just because of time again. Am I wrong? Oh yeah, yeah. I'm totally wrong with this move. Sorry, sorry. I'm totally wrong with this. I just know that with those four, I must take 1, 2, and 3. But this one could be, yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely true. This one is still recoiled, but I don't know if it's recoiled by this at the moment because oh yeah, yeah, it's a timing problem. Sorry. Yeah, I must do that and take this. So this move couldn't take that. It would take that. Yeah, yeah. Never mind. Yeah. But now this means that I must recoil this cell, and the only way to recoil this cell now is horizontally. So I must make this move going here. So here I must go downwards here. Okay, this feels correct. And now I can't go here and here and here because I would recoil here and I can't, so I must connect this way and take 1, 2, and 3 moves here. Yes. Now what did I have here? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 moves, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 moves. So I must go straight here in one of those. I don't know in which one, but I must go exactly straight to recoil everything that I have there. Because I need, I mean, I have also this one, but I mean, I must go down once and up once to connect. So I don't have the space to wiggle with any of those moves. So in other words, every one of those is never working. And so the same applies for these. So all of these are never going that way. So at a certain point, I must go down, take one of those, and then take the other one. And the only way to do so, like I can't do that this way and then I return down because I don't have any space to do so. And so I must go like this and then this, but then I couldn't, like I could do that at this point. Or if I don't do that, I must do something like this. Now, point is this, is that if I do this, now with those two moves, I'm taking 1 and 2, and now I have 1, 2, and 3 moves that can't be recoiled. It's like the problem that we already showed earlier. So in other words, I must make this to recoil this one, and now the other one must be recoiled twice to not go through here. So I must make this move going this way, and now because I must make the move going this way, now it means that I take this one, so I can take this one as well, so this one connects this way. Those are two moves, so I recoil here and here. And now at this point, these two moves recoil here and down. These moves recoil here. Yeah. Sorry. I adjust that because it's still one down and one up. So yeah, it's absolutely true in any case. So here I go down this way. I take this, and now I just go straight this way. And when I go straight this way, this one connects. So this one takes this, and now that we are here. I think we can say that now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so any one of those moves, well, it's used at this point. Now this move clearly uses this cell. So this move is just the one that we are not using yet. So, and this move for time must be recoiled after. So there is some move here that will recoil this. Remember that because we will need that at a certain point. And what did I forget now? Oh, this move now clearly recoils here or here. I don't know where at the moment, but it can't recoil here because if this is empty, this one will recoil it. So I must recoil upwards. I must recoil here with this move going downwards. I mean, and this move I already said that it recoils this. This one and this one are vertical moves here. Well, this one I don't know yet, but this one is a vertical move, of course. And wait a second, I think it was again a matter of counting, if I remember correctly here. Like here I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves. Yeah. Now with this move I will recoil here, So I still have this one to be recoiled with. Now I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So with those two, I recoil here and here. With this one, I recoil here, and I still am left with this. And I'm still left with 4 more recoils here in total in the last row. Is that true? Is that 4 recoils? No, it's 3 recoils because this one is recoiling down there. So it's exactly 3 recoils here. And now... yeah. And now... oh, and now I must recoil those two. Those two must be moves going this way now. And also I have all of these that can't ever be reached anyway. And I have this full thing that in part will be absolutely used if needed. But oh, it was this cell maybe? I think so. If this cell is like that, I mean, you must do that, and then you go up and recoil here, and you can do this. Yeah, so you must take this. You must take this. Now this recoils here. And now if I go here, I can't go up, so I must recoil here. So this connects this way now. This connects here this way, so I'm taking 1 and 2 here. And so the last one recoils upwards. And now this goes this way, recoiling here. And I can't go down this way because it's not working, of course. I can't go up because it be recoiled here, so I must take another one here. And now finally I must recoil this one, and I have 2 options to recoil that one yet. But now I have another one, so I still have to recoil 2 things here, and so I must make 2 moves to the right, so this one goes this way, and so this thing is completely filled at this point. Now... oh yeah, and now I have those 2, plus 3 more, and any of those can't be made horizontal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 moves, and here I have 3, 4, and 5 moves. Those are all forced. So I take those 3, I think, and those 2, and it's working this way. Now this goes this way. And let me see what I have here. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Now if I count, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 here, so I have exactly 1, 2, 3, and 4. I take all of them. So I must make this move. This is entirely forced. I can't make this, so I must make this move. And now that I'm here, on the top, how are you feeling the cell below the single empty cell in the top left? You are confusing me at this moment, honestly. Because here I have this part of the grid done, the right one. Yeah, I confirm I have the right one here done. But I'm trying to remember. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, if I do that, I take everything. If I do these, I don't. If I do these, oh yeah. Okay, I see. How did I... Oh yeah. If I take this, I can't do that because this would not be enough recoils. So in this world, I would do that. But then I have problems because one of the moves, yeah, the problem is that I can't make one of those going vertically because I still have to, I already have to recoil those things. So I can't do that and then do that. So I must go up, then I go here. And if I connect here, now it's just not enough in terms of amount of cells recoiled. So I must do that and the top half is done. Yeah, okay, I have it. Now that we have these, now clearly I can't make this move now because this move must be the recoil for this. So I must go downwards, taking that cell, of course. And at this point, the question is, how can I recoil this? And to recoil this, I must make this move, or I can't, or this move, and I must do that exactly now. So at this point, I must go down here. And now that we are here, now that we are here, if I recall correctly... Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. Now I remember the problem. The problem is about this left side now. Why? Because now I still must recoil this cell. But this cell that is a vertical recoil of some kind, I must remember that this cell is not being recoiled yet, okay? I must remember that at the moment. This is important. Now the point is this: if I try to go down, for example, and somehow finish recoiling these things, this cell will never be recoiled anymore. So like to do that, I must make this, and now I'm left with too many holes here in the left side. This means that to finish recoiling this move, that must be a recoil going this way, and I don't know where it is. I cannot just do that this way because, as I said, it will not work in terms of amount of cells recoiled in the entire thing. Or even if it's still it's even that I just say that it's not enough, but yeah, it's even that. But this means that move for this must be this move here. And when I make this, this means that I must make this move and this move. And now that I'm here, the question is, how can I complete? Like, I can't go here because I have no way to go upwards. So I must continue this way. And when I continue this way, now, again, I can't go upwards. So I must continue this way as well and then connect. And if I connect here, now, clearly, this move will recoil the thing that I had here solving the problem. Now that we are here, I must remember what was the last step though, because I remember literally nothing about the last step because I have a single screen with the end of the puzzle. With just the end of the puzzle. Oh yeah, I can't do that because then I must go down and I can't go this way, so I must continue downwards. Okay, this is the case. And now I must go here, and now I must continue down. And when I go down here, I must go down again to solve this, to recoil this one, so I must go down twice. And now I must go down twice, and I can't go down 4 times, so I must connect here. This connects here, solving everything that I had here. So now I can continue this way. And now that I can continue this way, the question is, I can't go here because this... oh, sorry. Sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, never mind. This one, and this one. Yeah, sorry. Now I make this, and now I must go through here. That's one of the points. So if I go here I recall 2 things. So I must connect straight, recoil this, and now from this point I'm forced to connect again to recoil the last one here. And now finally those 2 moves recoil this cell and the last one. And I make this move, I still have to recoil this one and I continue here, I still have to recoil this and this, so they are 2 moves to down, this move clearly recoils this, and the puzzle is complete.